We need to reduce our CO2 emissions from burning fossil fuels to a safe level.
We can do this by setting a limit, or cap, on these emissions each year. Cap&Share does this by creating permits for fossil fuel extraction. The number of permits depends on the size of the cap. We issue permits for this amount, the safe level of emissions. The fossil fuel companies buy these permits at auction, and the money raised by the auction is shared out to us, the people.
So the fossil fuel companies now have their permits. They can go ahead and extract fuels with a carbon content up to the level specified by their permits, and overall this will be a safe amount of fossil fuels because that's how many permits were issued. Now what happens to all this fossil fuel?
Some is sold directly to us as fuel for our cars and homes, which we then burn, releasing CO2. The rest is sold to industry, where it's burned, releasing CO2, to power the factories which make things that we buy.
Now, we don't need to worry about any of these emissions. We don't need to monitor them, control them or trade them, because they're all within the amount of CO2 set by the cap.
Now, as you all have guessed, the fossil fuel companies will want to recoup the cost of buying the permits, so they'll put up the price of fuel.
So the cost of petrol, gas and electricity will go up, and the cost of buying things that have used fossil fuels in their manufacture will rise too.
But the cost of renewables won't go up, so the prices of things made using green energy will stay the same.
These price rises for fuel and carbon-intensive goods will mean a flow of money back to the fossil fuel companies to offset the cost of the permits.
But remember, and this is important, we got all the money from selling the permits in the first place. So yes, we'll pay more for carbon-intensive goods, but we get the permit money. And if we buy more renewable powered goods, then we can come out ahead.
But that's another story.
So we've capped the carbon, shared the income, and we've done it in a way that's simple and fair.
Cap and share. Simple, fair, and it gets us there.